Support for this episode of PBS Reno Arts is provided by the Nevada Arts Council. Arts and creativity make us stronger, fueling innovation, prosperity, and thriving communities across Nevada. They boost our economy, promote well-being, and enhance education, empowering Nevadans of all ages. The Nevada Arts Council nurtures these essential creative forces. Together, let's elevate the arts in every corner of our great state. More at nvartscouncil.org. This is PBS Reno Arts from the studio of PBS Reno in Reno, Nevada. I'm Dave Santina, and I am here with some old friends. And these are longtime friends and colleagues from years now at PBS Reno. Ron and Pat Smith. Pat, I've known for years through work with Sierra Arts and other organizations. Ron was my colleague here for years as the first vice president of marketing and development.
Right.
That was a specially formulated position because you had multiple skills that would allowed you to do both of those things.
Well, we became vice president because we were trying to hire someone on the education side, and it would be more impressive if that title was sitting there as a VP. Well, if you're going to make the VP of education, you got to make these guys a VP.
Yeah.
So we became from directors to VP overnight. No change in salary, by the way.
No, it's the wife of the nonprofit, right?
Exactly right.
So we worked together for many years, and then
15 years.
Many people who are listening and saying, "I know that voice," they may recognize you, especially if you've been awakened at like 4 or 5 in the morning when you're in bed, like happened to me a couple of times in my place because of the booming speakers at the balloon races. You might recognize Ron.
Yep, we're coming up on our 45th year of that and expanding to 4 days. So it's one of those growing things and something I still love to do, even though getting up at 3:30 in the morning is not a favorite part of it.
No, not my favorite either, but I find the older I get, the easier it is to wake up in the morning. It just starts happening.
Yep.
It just starts happening. All right, none of this is why you guys are here. We wanted to talk about something that I've heard of but had not paid a lot of attention to, but really would like to introduce to people, which is the Ageless Repertory Theatre, and you're both a part of it. And I was reading a little bit about it. It's known as Reno's premier readers theater troupe, and you, Ron, are the current president, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we've been in existence here for 21 years. The concept of readers theater goes back to really World War II, when many performers and behind the scenes people were not available on stage for regular full productions, and they came up with a concept of dressing all in black, standing in front of a music stand and reading a script, much like old-time radio, much as kind of similar to what you're doing here right now. So we started out that way 21 years ago, reading scripts and standing in place and then creating the characters. And we have evolved into what's called a staged reading. And now we're really a genuine hybrid because now that we're using the stage at Reno Little Theater, thank heavens for that, our 11th year, they're wonderful to work with. We often are using the set that they have of their current production, whatever it is, and we adapt ourselves to work within their set. So we're exiting and entering and sitting and standing and moving some props around and all, and then costumes and being characters like that, but still reading our little black books.
Okay, so you carry the books with you.
We try to explain in the beginning that we hope that you lose sight of the fact that we're reading this and just listen to the story, because it's all right in front and right at you. And so that's the nature of our programs.
So an audience can come and can literally close their eyes and still enjoy the entire performance.
Yes, they can.
Indeed.
And Pat, you're also doing this with Ron. Have you been doing it from the beginning?
1 year after he started, I started.
Okay.
And we were in demand for more, for men. And he's done like a good 200 plays since we began this. I've probably done 150.
That sounds like so many plays, like an impossible workload. How do you?
You don't memorize lines.
So it's all read, so that gives you the advantage of not having to spend weeks and weeks.
That's right. We generally have 4 regular rehearsals, plus a dress rehearsal where we're actually on the set. Otherwise, we're using the facilities for their rehearsal hall. So maybe 5 times we have a chance to read it before we're before an audience.
Okay. So if so, when I go to see an Ageless Repertory Theater show, what's that experience like when I come in? Do you appear, from behind stage, or are you waiting out front? It feels very casual.
You come through the front door, and usually I'm the one greeting you.
Okay.
Hi, welcome. We got a table set up. We got the printed program so they know who the cast members are and essentially what the story is going to be all about. And if they would like to get future information about plays that are coming, and we do 11 plays a year, the Little Theater sends out an email blast to those on our list. So we do it all with emails. So we're signing up people all the time. And I think we're up to about 500 people receiving emails. And we only use it for promoting our shows. We don't, it's not using any other way.
You're not selling it on the side?
Not selling it out, no.
But there's an important point. We do not charge.
So it's a free show.
It's a donation
It's
by
a
only.
gift we give, and it's amazing. We have a fishbowl, and people put money in it. And we pay royalties. We just finished one that we just did that Ron directed, we were both in, was a Neil Simon. And those don't come cheap.
No, so
And
that's
they're
even
worth
more
every
impressive.
penny. Oh, we've done great.
The fact that your audience is supporting you
Oh,
without
yes.
having to.
That's exactly correct.
And free seating. I mean,
Yeah.
in other words, wherever you want to sit, go in and sit down.
Right. Well, so this is it's not that different from public television, Ron.
Very similar.
It's people giving to support something that they don't have to give to support. That's impressive.
Funny, it comes naturally for me when I ask these people.
I bet.
After 15 years of public television, it's not for free, friends. We need you to be part of it. But we're fortunate as Pat says, they're very, very generous. And we do pay for the rights for each of the plays. It ranges all the way from like $100 to $150 per performance.
Per performance.
Really? Per performance.
Plus,
So-
for
Yes.
buying the scripts ahead of time, that's usually about $10 each for each of the players, plus floor director and so forth. So we do have expenses, but not at the Little Theater. Thank heavens, we are their guests. It's a collaborative event, a collaborative effort, and we're in our 11th year right now. And we already have our dates for the 12th year starting in September, all confirmed. And we're working, reading. There's many of us, like there's about 15 of us reading scripts
Reading
for next
scripts.
year. And if 3 people like the play, it's in.
Nice. Okay.
That's how we do
the
it.
3-person rule.
Yeah.
All right. I like
out
it.
of it. And we don't repeat our plays in less than 10 years if we've done it before.
Oh,
Otherwise,
nice. Okay.
we're trying to gather new ones and repeating what were really favorite old ones.
I like it. So you mentioned the 3-person rule. How many people total are a part of the? Or is it a rotating number? It seems like the kind of thing.
We're right now a little over 30 people are performers and also directors. Every show is directed by someone different, and the director selects the cast to be in there. We try and spread it around among our 30 people so that everybody has a chance to be on stage. And obviously, certain characters fit certain personalities differently than other plays do. But fortunately, our people are experienced now with Ageless Repertory Theatre, and we have a whole new batch that came in this last year who were Reno Little Theater
Yes.
people.
Oh, nice.
And they bring a whole bunch of stage experience with them. And as they age, it's so nice to not have to memorize
They
anymore.
love it. They don't have to memorize lines. They can just get on stage and be who their
And
character
perform.
is.
So it's ageless. The name is Ageless Repertory. It sounds like you are open to all ages for your performers. Is that right, or is there?
Well,
a
they
limit?
are, but it's because we are performing in the daytime. It's not convenient for somebody who's still working.
Sure.
Now, one of our guys, Donald Moore, works 3 days a week, so we adjust our rehearsal times and all around his time in order for him to be in the plays, and he's directing the play in June as well. But most of the people who are with us are retired, so that gives you an age thing of probably 60 to, in my case, 90. And
90.
Yeah.
How do you do it? You
Just
look
a
great.
number.
You look great
compared to...
to what I would imagine. Which
But
is
anyway,
wrong.
the ageless part is, as an example, in my 80s, I played a 14-year-old. And our audience accepts this as, that's wonderful. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And we've had females playing males. We've had different
Yes.
ethnicity out of our cast. And fortunately, as they are used to us reading, they're used to the character being something that they would not expect by appearance
Yeah.
to be.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I know you brought some an example of what you do, and I think that's probably the best way to demonstrate what Ageless Repertory is. So what have you brought today? What's
The play we brought today is called Bus Ride and was written by a local playwright, Cleve Maddox, who is kind of an alumnus of Ageless Repertory Theatre. He was a performer and a director, and he has written some really clever one-act plays. This particular one that we're going to show you today, you are going to imagine that we are riding on an intercity bus. Okay? And let's say that there's a seat here that I'll be seated in, and a seat here that Pat will be seated in. And as you develop the character, you'll find that I am a university professor, and she is a runaway 16-year-old going to see her boyfriend. And we explain how that all comes about. And we discover later that this professor is also a playwright who has writer's block.
Oh,
So
okay.
there we are.
So if I were to come to a show, how do you introduce these scenes or these plays? Is it like what you just did? Is it
Exactly
step out and
that.
tell
I
us?
will welcome them, explain briefly what readers' theater or stage reading is all about, ask them to turn off their cell phones and all that stuff to not interfere with the performance. No video or audio because that's not allowed by the rights of our users.
I noticed, Pat, you said no, turn off your cell phone, and Pat immediately went, uh-oh, and went down to her purse.
Yeah, that's exactly what you look out in the audience is doing that. And then we'll describe what it is, the scene that we're doing. Like this one I'm doing, I'm going to ask the audience to imagine that you're looking head on to a bus, driving in between inner cities. There's a driver up here. You don't see him, but he's driving the bus.
Nice.
I'm sitting in the seat over here. She's sitting in the seat over there. And eventually we're going to come to a stop because other people are going to get on and get off, and we'll be doing that to break. And we'll be introducing a new performer, David Santina.
Hi, how you doing?
Who today is playing a female named Helen.
I'm Helen. I get
So-
that a lot
Perfect.
anyway, so that's fine. I get mistaken for my friend Helen all the time.
So, shall we start?
Let's do it. So when it's time for Helen, before we get to there, is there a break point, or do we
No,
just
we'll
jump
go,
right
we'll
in?
go right into it. We're on
Okay.
your script. It shows Act 2. We will be rolling right through it, like she will have gone off to supposedly make a phone call.
Gotcha. Well,
and you will get on the bus to confront this character who is not doing what you want him to do.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, you just direct me if I go wayward.
You can't go very far. Are we ready to go?
All right.
All right. Do your parents know about your decision? Do they know that you're on this bus?
Well, Mom's not around anymore, and I live with my dad. And no, he doesn't know. He wasn't home when I left, so I wrote him a note. He should be getting it about now.
Well, how do you think he's going to react?
Oh, he'll be mad, of course. The reason he wasn't home is that he was in his anger management class when I left, if that tells you anything.
So he has a problem managing his anger?
Yeah, sometimes. You should have heard him when I asked to get a tattoo.
And are the anger management classes court mandated?
Right. Well, it was that or jail.
Well, what did he do that got him in such trouble?
He works the graveyard shift, and our neighbor, Mr. Prothero, kept mowing his lawn while my dad was trying to sleep in the morning. So Dad asked him to mow in the afternoon or the evening, but he wouldn't.
Well, that wasn't very neighborly of him.
No, it wasn't right. So one morning last month, Mr. Prothero started up his lawnmower, and Dad went and got his deer rifle.
My God, he shot Mr. Prothero?
No, he wouldn't do that. He shot Mr. Prothero's lawnmower. Twice.
You're kidding.
Nope. He waited until Mr. Prothero walked away to empty his grass catcher, and then he shot the mower twice with his deer rifle, and then he went back to bed.
I know I shouldn't smile about that, but somehow I just can't help it.
Oh, everybody does that. Even the judge smiled when he first heard the story, but then he got really mad. Well, actually, I think he was mad at himself for smiling more than he was mad at my dad for shooting the mower. But, well, now my father has to pay a fine. Mr. Prothero gets a new lawnmower, and he has to go to anger management classes.
So what did you do after your father shot the mower?
I went inside to wait for the police.
So you knew he was going to be in trouble?
Oh, sure. I tried to stop him from doing it in the first place.
Well, what did you think he should do about the mowing?
Well, I suggested he mow our lawn at 4 a.m. while Mr. Prothero was asleep. Give him a dose of his own medicine.
That was a sensible suggestion.
But he wouldn't listen. Now he tells everybody that he was arrested for shooting lawnmowers out of season.
Well, it's not really a laughing matter, but I must admit that the incident sets him up for some really funny one-liners.
Yeah, that's for sure. The first time he saw Mr. Prothero, Dad asked if he could please have the grass catcher off the mower he shot because, well, he planned to have it stuffed and hung over the fireplace. Oh, look, I think we're getting ready to stop.
Well, it's just a short stop, let put people on and off.
Well, I'm going to jump off and call my boyfriend.
He doesn't know you're coming.
Oh, he knows. He knows I'm coming, but he doesn't know when. I left in such a hurry, there wasn't time to call him. I'll be right back.
And Helen comes on the scene, gets on the bus, has to stop. Helen, how in the world?
Nice wheels, Larry. Tell me you're gathering material for a new play. Your daughter spilled her guts. She didn't want to, but I insisted. She told me your car broke down and you were taking a bus to her house. I checked the bus schedule, and this looked like the one you had to be on, so I drove down and waited for it to arrive, and guess what? Here you are.
Damn, I asked her not to tell anyone I was coming. And why did you follow me? I explained the situation to you. There's really nothing more to say at this point.
Oh, there's plenty to say. Sorry, Larry, that's just not acceptable. You have to come back and finish what you started. A lot of people are counting on you.
Marion, you're back. Welcome. Okay, I'd like you to meet my literary agent, Mrs. Mannheim. Helen, this is Marion. We've been sharing the trip and getting to know each other for the last few hours. Did you make your phone call?
Yeah, but nobody home. I'll try again later. Hello, Mrs. Mannheim. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Marion.
So, you've been looking for Larry? I don't get it. How did you know he'd be on this bus? What's going on, Larry?
Oh, it's a long story, Marion.
Oh, you're a literary agent? You didn't tell me you're a writer, Larry.
Yesterday, he was a writer. Today, he's a fugitive. I never thought my job description included browbeating immature and irresponsible authors into living up to their contractual obligations.
Wow. Larry, Mr. Do-Right? Immature and irresponsible?
The same. Don't look so surprised, Marion. If there were such a thing as a literary agent's desktop reference, and if you looked up the words immature or irresponsible, you'd find a picture of Larry smiling up at you.
The literary agent's desktop reference. Well, not a bad idea. Maybe we should pitch that idea to some publishers. You and I could collaborate as authors.
Not funny, Larry. And unless you come back and get to work at once, I couldn't get you a contract to write the menu for a 3-stool greasy spoon in Moose Lick, Montana. Publishing and producing are very small worlds, and the word gets around in a hurry.
That bad, huh?
It's not all about you, If this play folds before it opens, I'll be a marked woman. I won't be able to get an appointment with the producer even if I have a lost Shakespearean manuscript tucked under one arm and Jesus Christ's finished autobiography under the other.
What are you two talking about anyway? What play? What is going on, Larry? I thought you were a professor.
Oh, he is a professor, Marion, and I'm not surprised that he didn't mention that he's also a successful playwright, since he is now about to default on his contract and ruin his life, my life, and the lives of countless actors, stagehands, and a host of other theater people who are depending on him.
I warned you this could happen. I tried to stop production 2 weeks ago.
You knew it was too late by then. The money people were on board, casting was finished, and the theater was reserved.
So? What happened? What is the problem you keep talking about?
A funny thing about plays, They need an ending. He keeps putting off finishing the damn thing. I've been reassuring everyone that he was almost finished with Act 3. Then, yesterday, he confesses that there is no Act 3. No third act, publicity in full swing, and rehearsals due to start in 2 weeks.
I tried, for Pete's sake. It was going great for a while, and then it just came to a screeching halt.
So he confesses that there is no third act, and then he bolts like a scared rabbit, just disappears. Luckily, I had his daughter's phone number. You owe me, Harry, you slacker, and you've got to deliver.
You ran away, Larry? What were you thinking? I mean, if you aren't through with the play, why aren't you holed up somewhere working on it?
Easier said than done, Marion.
Could it be that you haven't adequately considered the consequences of your decisions?
Listen to her, Harry, Larry, out of the mouths of babes.
You don't understand, Marion. I'm blocked, for crying out loud. Blocked! I sit down at the computer and I can't write a line. I have no idea how to end this play. My mind's a complete blank.
I've got to get off this bus, Larry. I think the driver's starting to give me the evil eye. You have to come back. You have to finish this play. Go talk to your daughter, and then you come straight back to work. Do you hear me?
I'll try, Helen. That's the best I can do.
See you tomorrow, Larry.
I'm not promising anything.
I'm out of here, Larry. Marion, it was nice meeting you.
Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Monheim. It was nice meeting you, too.
And we'll end it there.
Okay. That's so fun.
More to it. Yeah, it is fun.
How fun. Yeah, well, see, I can totally understand the appeal of that. It's fun to do, and I think it's fun to view or listen to it at the very least, right?
The rehearsals are a kick.
I
They
bet.
really are.
You must laugh constantly.
We do. It is a constant laugh.
Well,
Yeah.
what a fun exercise, and thanks for letting me play. I mean, I'm
You're a good player.
I'm not a
Make a good Helen.
I don't know how Helen would feel about me inhabiting her, but
Not a
but
problem.
it's fun to do. So yeah, I hope that was worth your time. It was worth ours. We had a good time. So that's a sense, a taste of Ageless Repertory Theatre, and
Obviously, we move about to some degree.
right, yeah, you
but
can't
in this
sit at a
particular
table.
case, we stay pretty much stable on the bus seats.
That's true. You're sitting on a bus. You can't
Yeah.
do much
It
besides
was an
No,
easy
not
one
much.
to
bounce
do.
around, right?
Yeah, right.
Do you coordinate any speed bumps?
We should.
Yeah. Good line.
All right. So you've got shows coming up now. At the time we're recording this, you're about to do a show, but it'll be over before this gets broadcast. So I don't want to promote a show that's over. But you've
Just
got
look
stuff
to
coming
it.
up.
Yeah, look to it every month, about mid-month. And if you get on our mailing list, obviously you'll know exactly what's coming and when it's going to be and so forth. But if in doubt, you can go to the website of Reno Little Theater. And that's www.renolittletheater.org/art-at-RLT. RLT being Reno Little
And
Theater.
Gotcha.
art is, like A.R.T, abbreviated
Right.
caps on the website.
Gotcha. And if that confuses you, you can always go to the Reno Little Theater main website and go down to the bottom of the page.
It'll be there.
And there are
You'll find
links
it.
for their partners. I did my research. I can help.
You did.
I can help. Go to the bottom of the page. It's there. So I did make some notes about what's coming up. So by the time this will be distributed, it'll be the next show coming will be May 5th, Cliffhanger.
Right.
By James Yaffe, I believe. Do you know anything about that show?
Quite honestly, no.
It's okay. I'm just curious because that's coming up May 5th and May 9th. That's a Tuesday and a Friday.
That's correct.
And then a month later, it's a show called Special Occasions by Bernard Slade.
We know that one
You know
well
that one?
because we have performed it. It's a two-person play. Anything special. We're not doing this one.
Okay.
But we've done it. And it could be weddings, it could be funerals, it could be an AA meeting. It's special occasions. Each scene.
Oh, I like it. So it's a series of scenes
Yeah,
representing
yeah,
different
yeah.
special
Yes,
occasions. Okay.
it's well written. It's fun to perform. It's going to be a good one.
That's in June. And then coming up in July, Art Town. And you've
Right in
got
the middle of our town, right. We'll be doing 3 performances of that, and I'm directing that one, and it's a majority of one. It's really a delightful story of just after World War II, an older Jewish woman who just lost her husband, lost her son in the war, unfortunately in the Japanese theater, meeting a Japanese gentleman who lost his child who happened to be in Hiroshima at the wrong time. So they have an equal loss and concern about how they relate to one another. And it's a heartwarming story because it moves from Brooklyn, New York to Tokyo, with the woman's son-in-law being an executive with the U.S. government in negotiations with, it happens to be Mr. Sumo, the same gentleman is going to be one of that he's negotiating with for trade agreements and all things after many years after the war. It has some wonderful, poignant, and very funny moments to it, and I'll be playing a Japanese gentleman.
Well, I've always thought you should. Yeah. And so finally it's happening. But fascinating. And that's up. There are three performances. There's an extra performance in there.
That's right. We do an extra one of that. And then additionally to that, we'll be doing, matter of fact, the play we just did and one other Cleve Maddox play, especially in our church at Reno First United Methodist Church. They do a whole series of musical usually, and now they've added us in performances on Tuesdays and Thursday nights.
During Art Town.
During Art
It's
Town
a series
in July.
during Art Town.
So we'll be doing a different set of things in that venue, in the sanctuary of the church, this and another one of Cleve's plays together. So we'll be busy in July.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we have been since, for 20
always
years
are.
we've been doing Art Town.
That's great.
We all say, it's July, what is that? Art Town.
Everyone knows, yeah. So if anyone who's watching or listening to this, if they think, oh, this sounds like a lot of fun, I'd like to get involved. Do you take all comers, or people welcome to contact you?
Contact me, and we will set up a time to do auditions in August. We take August off. Our plays are September through July. We take August off, but that's when we do auditions of new people. And we added, 7 new people last year.
Wow. Okay.
And as you might say, aging out, it's time to replace the old ones with the young ones.
Fair enough.
But the first thing is, the good thing is mix and match, and we have all of us, working together on them. And as I indicated earlier, we are already reading the plays for next year. All of our dates are set in September through July, and we'll be releasing the full list of it about the first part of July into August. It'll be available to everybody, so
beautiful.
Letting them know next year. And again, I want to say what a wonderful relationship we have with Reno Little Theater. They do not charge us. We are using their wonderful facility, their staff that runs the lights and sound for us. What we bring to it is introducing new people to their facility,
right? Because
they're usually nighttime performances, and we're all daytime, so we're not interfering with each other, and we're introducing new people to what they have to offer.
And they want to come back and see a show.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's very collaborative.
Nice to have partners.
It is very nice, and they're wonderful to work with. Great staff.
Love it. All right. Well, hey, thank you both for coming. It's so good to see you both, and
It's so
I
good
love
to see
that
you,
come in.
David.
Well, thanks for coming in, and thank you for introducing me to Ageless Repertory. I look forward to breaking out of here one day earlier than normal and coming to see a show.
Wonderful. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, before we go, I want to remind everybody to watch Artifacts on PBS Reno via broadcast or streaming on pbsreno.org or the PBS Reno YouTube channel or the PBS app. Also, read art views on pbsreno.org. And if you have a question or maybe a comment or a suggestion, if so, send them to me at pbsreno.org, podcasts at pbsreno.org. My thanks to Pat and Ron Smith, and thank you for listening and watching PBS Reno Arts. Support for this episode of PBS Reno Arts is provided by the Nevada Arts Council. Arts and creativity make us stronger, fueling innovation, prosperity, and thriving communities across Nevada. They boost our economy, promote well-being, and enhance education, empowering Nevadans of all ages. The Nevada Arts Council nurtures these essential creative forces. Together, let's elevate the arts in every corner of our great state. More at nvartscouncil.org.